David Rosenhan was a psychologist with a compelling question on his mind. Can we really tell the sane apart from the insane in a psychiatric hospital? Back in 1973, he and 7 of his colleagues decided to put this to the test by checking themselves into 12 different hospitals across the United States. Each of them claimed to hear just one voice, uttering one of 3 words: empty, hollow, or thud. Aside from that one symptom, they acted completely normally, answering every question honestly and insisting they felt just fine. Then, they settled in to see what would unfold. To their surprise, all of them were admitted. Once inside, they stopped mentioning any symptoms at all. They continued to behave like themselves, telling the staff that the voices had vanished. They even took notes openly, right in front of everyone, as part of their research. Yet, they waited in vain to be recognized as sane. None of them received that acknowledgement. Instead, their note-taking was logged as symptomatic behavior, and their normal actions were interpreted as fitting their diagnosis. Interestingly, some real patients sensed something was off and even told them directly, "You're not crazy." But the staff remained oblivious. Eventually, all 8 were released, but not as sane individuals. They were labeled as schizophrenic in remission. What Rosenhan uncovered wasn't just the harshness of psychiatric institutions. It was the overwhelming influence of a label. Once someone is labeled, every action they take is viewed through that lens. What might be seen as normal behavior turns into a symptom, and everyday actions become proof of a diagnosis. The label doesn't just describe the person, it effectively replaces them. Rosenhan termed this phenomenon depersonalization. The instant a diagnosis is given, the individual fades away, leaving only a category behind. And escaping that category from within is nearly impossible. The follow-up really drove the point home from a different angle. Rosenhan informed a well-respected hospital that he would be sending in some pseudo-patients in the weeks to come. Eager to avoid being tricked again, the hospital flagged 41 genuine patients as potential imposters. The catch? Rosenhan hadn't sent anyone at all. The label, once anticipated, proved to be just as impactful as the original label that had been assigned. The study didn't claim that psychiatry was flawed. Rather, it highlighted how context and expectations can shape our perceptions so thoroughly that the actual truth about a person becomes nearly irrelevant. Rosenhan's central question was whether we could tell the sane apart from the insane. In those hospitals, the answer was a resounding no. This wasn't due to the staff's incompetence, but because once a label is applied, it alters your perception. The research prompts a broader question that extends beyond psychiatric wards. How often do we see someone not for who they truly are, but through the lens of the narrative we already hold about them? 8 sane individuals checked into psychiatric hospitals, and none of the staff noticed anything amiss. Now you understand why. Follow for more.